How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Like Aaron said yesterday, we are gonna pull the motor out of my 240 and clearance those headers today. So let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, I pulled off the tube front and the tension rod brackets. We're gonna try to take it out how we're gonna put it back in, just to see how that works. We're gonna leave the subframe on it. Put the engine hoist, I don't know. We're gonna have to move the table to get the engine hoist out, but it's coming out. Should be a lot easier than putting it in. Alright, so I fished the engine hoist out behind the table. Unbolt the subframe and the tranny. I got the subframe loose already and I'm working on getting under the car and getting the tranny mount. I only have 2 bolts in there, so it's a little sketch. I gotta figure out how to get all 4. I got one side out, but as you can see, there's only one bolt in here. Oh shit, forgot the steering. 1 second. All done. The bolts to hold these in. I'm gonna lower the motor a little bit more and then pull those out, have that clearance. Here. I couldn't get the right angle on it. Come out straight. Much easier. Alright, so we're gonna pull off these headers and clearance them where we marked. Alright, so got the headers off, as you can see where my marks are for where I need to hammer the headers in. It's sad. Brand new parts, gotta modify them. Since that's all hammered in, thought it was gonna take a little bit longer, like everything on this car, but I figured that I'm going to tap out the tranny mount holes instead of trying to cut a window and put new nuts on there. Like I said, there was only 2 bolts holding the tranny mount on. That's because the other 2 the threads are all fucked up inside there. It's a weird size, so I need to go to the store, get a tap, and come back and tap those out and see if that works with threading the bolts all the way in, because I can't just be running 2 bolts. I don't want my transmission to fall out. As you can see, I am back from the store. Not really. Before I left, called O'Reilly's to see if they had it. They didn't have one. Looked at Home Depot's website. They didn't have one. Looked at Lowe's website. They didn't have one. No one carries an M11. We were just doing some research, trying to figure out where we could find one, and Aaron looked up what the actual thread pitch is of the tranny mount bolts, and they're actually M10 by 125s. We have that. I got my tap them out, and now the bolts fit in nice and easy. That's all done. Another project to get done is placing the fuel filter in the rear. It just cleans up the bay a little bit since it is a little tight with the V8 in there. I'm gonna cut some fuel line that I have laying around and mount the fuel filter back there. After a while of looking for the fuel filter and the clamp I used to mount it to the frame rail, we were thinking about it. I threw it away when we took it off because we were thinking, well, we'll just get a new one. We'll wait on the fuel filter, but Aaron thought it'd be a good time to get the hydro done, or not completely done, but all the brackets done and welded up to the chassis. We're gonna cut that out and then put the plate over it, weld it, hole saw a new shifter hole where it should be around right here. Aaron's making the template so I can cut out the metal right now. So Aaron got the template cut out. That's how it's gonna sit over. And then when we're done, we're gonna make a pilot hole from the bottom. This to kind of reinforce the hydro. I know it's a little overkill for what I'm doing. I know you guys don't know, but you'll see once it's done. But off this, we'll make a template and plate for the hydro itself, or handle. I think my tunnel's a little ripply. I think mainly because of being in the cat tunnel out, but got it all grinded down to metal. So I'll roll out the welder, probably start my beads over here so it stays flat, and then work my way across and then hammer it down just like how Aaron did. Pushing? Yep. It's really hot. Tripped the breaker a few times. It's all welded in. I am gonna drill and make my new shifter hole. Hopefully it's lined up once we put the motor back in.
Hear me, the cat. Did you tell him to turn it on? All right, hold on. Put everything back.
Yeah. Remelt the tip of that drill bit.
We thought that this was recording. Michael went to drill that big ass hole saw hole, and he melted the tip of the drill bit. These drill bits came with the drill press that we got, and I know absolutely nothing about that. I'm gonna hand you the camera with it on. Just
Okay.
don't touch it.
At least somebody told me this time.
So since I melted this, I'm going to drill a hole that's the same size as this, just so it has a centering point. Guess I gotta go get a 3.5-inch hole saw.
Road trip.
Alright, so since I can't drill out this shifter hole because that's a wood hole saw, I gotta put the seat back in, figure out where we're gonna make this template, cut that out, weld it in once the seat's out. That'll be my handle part. Where I'm sitting is where the master's gonna be, so I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do there.
For anybody who was at my bachelor party, you're gonna be relieved. The dirty shirt has died.
I just felt my stomach getting hot. I happened to look down and just saw I was on fire. Like flame, just like huge. I think I'm gonna get a flame retardant jacket now.
You can wear mine. I have one.
I just caught myself on fire.
I like the shout dog with the towel.
It almost went in his ear.
You gotta. That was huge.
Michael, your engine's like failing you. No sounds or anything.
No, Tucker, stop it. What are you doing?
How was that first drive?
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, look how close we are.
We were pretty much door to door.
Yeah.
That was
Door.
a good tandem.
I think we're ready.
A lot of work being in an engine. You get attached.
Tucker. Oh, give me this.
I got these all grinded down, but here's my bracket for the hydro handle. I still gotta grind it down. It's getting too late for me to grind out here. We're gonna end it here, but got this all made. So next time when we come back, I'll get this all welded in and then work on the master cylinder where it's gonna sit. I'm stoked. This looks like it'll be really nice in the car. Exhausting day. Motor's out, header's cleared, hydro handle made, or bracket made. That's gonna do it for today. So tune in next weekend. We'll see you. Peace. They didn't
have one.